Welcome back, team, to another amazing Facebook ad examples. This is number 2, and it's actually one of my own ads. So I actually presented every single advert that generated leads and sales and everything to all of my private mentorship clients maybe 4 months ago or 5 months ago. So it was all of my leads from Q3. I showed them every single ad that I used, every single YouTube ad that I used, every single email that generated a lead, every single social media prompt that got conversation started that ended up with leads and sales. I showed them everything. And so we've got tons of ads here, but I'm just going to run through one of them as a great call to action ad that you can possibly go out there and replicate for your own business as well. So this is a direct call to action ad specifically to people who know who I am, who have not yet booked a call with me to discuss their business and build a strategy over a 30-minute period with me to generate more leads and sales for their business. Okay, so the goal for this right here was to get those booked calls via my application funnel. So they get sent to a quick funnel where they get a whole bunch of testimonials, and we walk them through what that 30-minute call is going to look like and everything that we're going to achieve on that free call. And by the way, if you want that free call, all you have to do is go to neilshoney.com/call, and you and I will spend 30 minutes together in the week to come, or if we're fully booked for this week, next week, we'll spend that 30 minutes together to discuss your business, where all the easiest ways for you to grow your business are, so that we can uncover that. You might think it's Facebook ads, but we might uncover that there's way easier ways and quicker ways for you to grow your business. We'll walk through that on the call. But anyway, that's what this ad specifically is built for, to send people to that page so that they can book these calls. Now, I don't want to be on calls with people who have never heard of me before. There's no context. They've never watched one of these videos before, so they don't know who I am and who I help and how I can help them. I want to speak to people who have actually got a little bit of context for me, my systems, how I work, so that we have a really enjoyable call. I turn up with a coffee. I really enjoy it. I turn up with my pad and pen, note everything down, and send you back stuff after the call as well. So I don't want to give up 30 minutes of time for somebody who's there in a mood thinking, oh, well, I'm just seeing what this is all about. I want to speak to people that actually want help, okay? So I only put this out to warm audiences. In the last ad example that we put out there, we were talking about muscle food, and it was the type of ad that you would put out to cold audiences, people who have never heard of you before, okay? This one specifically is for people who only know who I am, but they haven't booked a call yet, okay? So for this, that's the goal. The result, 15 book calls from this singular ad at £10.58 per booked call. Click-through rate 1.43%. We're usually looking for a click-through rate of 1% or higher, which, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, just to make things easy here, click-through rate is a really great indication of how well your ad is doing. Not the results of the ad overall, but how well the ad itself is doing at getting people to leave Facebook and go to where you want them to go. Now, if it's a 1%, that means 1 in every 100 people who see it are clicking through. 1.43% means that about 1.5 out of every 100 who see this ad are clicking through, which is really, really good, okay? Now, bear in mind, I run tons of ad sets, tons of ads inside each individual ad set, so I might be running even, let's say, 80 ads at a time. So for one singular ad, from one singular ad set, to get 15 booked calls in a short period of time at £10.58 each is a great indication that this ad is highly replicatable for somebody else to go ahead and do similar things, okay? So with this, you can see the overall look of the ad here. The hook that we can see is, here's 3 things we know today. And then all you can see from the top of it is, number 1, trial and error is about and then it's not even, you can't see anymore. You have to see more to see the rest of it. And we'll go through the copy in a second. But the image that we're using here, I actually used a bunch of images and a bunch of videos. And the thing that came out super successfully here was this specific video. So this is Jen right here, one half of Jen and Emma, who coach together and have an incredible business. And they came to me back in I think it was about March, and they had a dream of creating an online high ticket coaching business, and they wanted to get to 10K per month. It took us somewhere in the region of 2 to 3 months to get them there. They're far surpassed that now, and this is their testimonial video where they are saying it's the best thing they've ever done, etc., etc. And it all started with one of these calls, ironically. Okay. So using this video, we've got subtitles on the video as well, which works really, really well for these types of videos. You know, if it's something where somebody's actually talking within the video, using subtitles massively affects how many people will actually see the ad and click through on the ad as well. So really start to think about that if you're using any videos in your ads, which you should be. Even if you are prioritizing images, you should be testing out some sort of videos alongside it to give Facebook enough variation to go and get your results, okay? We're also using tall videos here instead of square videos or even rectangular videos, or horizontal videos, sorry, so that we can take up more of the newsfeed and making it very difficult for people not to miss us, okay? The headline, so again, headline is the bold text down here beside the button. It is not the hook that's at the very top. And the headline, free lead generation audit and strategy session, is the one that we ran with, worked incredibly well. And then we used the button learn more. So in these types of direct call to action ads, what I found over the last sort of 6 to 8 months, and this is different from what I saw before then, even for a number of years in fact, with direct call to action, is using the learn more button not only gets more people clicking through, but more people actually taking action on the other side as well. So the learn more button, instead of book now or download or anything like that, shop now, etc., learn more in just about all cases is actually working better for myself, most of my clients, and for most people that are inside the 16-week digital marketing program as well. It's something that I'm pushing a lot right now. Okay, so that's the overall look of the ad, how it performs together. Let's look at the copy. Okay, so this is the copy from start to finish. So here's 3 things we know today. Number 1, trial and error is about the most risky, painful, slow, and expensive marketing strategy known to man, ... Number 2, you don't need to be tech savvy to generate 2 to 50 times your current leads and sales in 90 days or less, ... Number 3, more leads almost always means significantly more sales, okay? That's 3 things that not only are true, but most people who are an expert coach, consultant, or course creator who this is going to be heavily aimed at is going to read that and go, yes, 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 I can agree with all those things. So now we're on the same page. We're speaking the same language. So then I'm going to bring it into the ask, okay? Let's roadmap this together on a free lead generation audit and strategy session where we will, number 1, identify what's working and should be tripled down upon. Number 2, where you're lacking leads and could rapidly rectify. And 3, and finally, what hidden opportunities for lead generation are currently completely untapped and could again be fixed, active, and working for you today. These fill up fast. Book yours now, and then the link. And these do fill up fast. We're usually about 3 or 4 days in advance booked now, until we start bringing more people into the team. And so they do really fill up fast. And when people click through, they're going to see that authenticity, which is a really great thing as well, because, first of all, we can use that urgency, and number 2, we don't lose trust on the other side as well. So all in all, the whole system works together, but in an essence, this ad specifically called out to people more than just about anything else that we were running in an entire quarter of the year. So it's definitely something that people who are doing direct call to action to get booked calls or get appointments or get consultations booked in or anything like that, this framework can work for you, okay? So we're looking at a strong hook that has tons of intrigue. Here's 3 things we know today, okay? That's something that is, especially if you're remarketing to your warm audiences like I am, so I've already got the clout with them, then I can use something like this that's quite intriguing instead of giving away the keys to the castle in the title or the hook of the ad copy. Okay, so that's going to get more people hitting this button here, see more. Okay, so they're going to start reading more of it. Then I'm using 3 different points that are both true, but also most people who see this ad can agree with all 3. Then I'm going into the ask, which is for somebody to book a call with me. Now, we have worked really, really hard on making this not a sales call by any means. In fact, I'll just quite openly say we don't close most people on the call. In fact, we only really speak about the programs if we first of all feel that they're right for it, and second of all, if they feel that they would be right for our programs and they want to know more about them. Usually if somebody signs up with us, it'll be second or third call down the line. The first call is all about bringing value to them so that they can go away, get some results, come back and go, that was incredible, I'm ready to join the program. Okay, so because we've got that system in place, we want to use that to fill the diary full of great entrepreneurs. Okay, and so what we've done here is we tell them exactly what we're going to be working through so that they know they're not just jumping on a 30-minute sales call, that they're actually going to be jumping onto a call where we're going to be asking you questions, we're going to get to know your business, and we're going to be able to actually identify things that we can change in your business. Then we're using scarcity. So these fill up fast. So you could say scarcity, urgency. There's actually a bit of a doubler right there in that very short sentence. Okay, urgency and scarcity massively affects people to action. Then call to action. You always need a direct call to action. Book yours now. And as I said in Amazing Ads number 1, where we were talking about muscle food, I almost always, I'm talking about like 97-98% of the time, will always see more click-throughs and more results as a whole on ads that actually have a nice clean link in the copy and not just the button as the only place that somebody can click to go through to the landing page. So this works incredibly well. This copy right here, well, it did work incredibly well. I would be willing to spend like $100 to get a high quality booked call, and we were getting them at about $10, so about a tenth of the price. More than happy. Okay, so this has been Amazing Ad Examples number 2. We're going to continue to do these every single week. They're not always going to be mine. I'll still share some other ones with my own ad account of what's working right now, so that you can draw upon some of these for yourself. But we'll also continue to look at other brands that are running incredible ads from all different angles, even ones that are a bit weird and wonderful, so that you can draw inspiration from all of them into your business as well. So if you haven't done already, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss any of these videos or any of the other podcasts ever again. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, hit the subscribe button so that you never miss this or any of the other podcasts ever again. I've been Neil Shoney. I will speak to you on the next one.